Do you guys even notice that sticker there on the Zippo? Zodiac Pro Open in the background. By the way, we did get that out this year. Watch the video, pretty fun. What does this say? Eat a dick. Eat a dick. Making fun of the leftists. Thank you very much. So is the other one. Welcome to the warehouse. It's quiet now. Quiet now. But about 10 minutes ago, thunder, lightning, wind, sheets of rain may happen again. Apologies. The show goes on. I'm going to start doing this more frequently. I'm not going to hide the weather from you here in the warehouse. It is usually awful. At least windy, like 20-mile-an-hour winds, sometimes 30, 50 here in Wyoming. Hellacious. I'm going to start filming. I'm just going to film and just keep on going. If you're thinking about moving to Wyoming or Utah for that matter, very similar weather, think it through. That's all I'm saying. Think it through. If you're thinking about escaping the blue wave, bad news. Utah and Wyoming, in my opinion, that's all it is. They're already blue. Utah is very corrupt. It just has a veneer of conservatism. But underlying that, corrupt politicians, corrupt politics, corrupt ecclesiastical influence, horrible. Horrible. Yeah, Utah is not a red state. It is not. We are lost. But I digress. It's time for a shotgun review here in the now quiet warehouse. Thank you so much for your kind support through all the years here in the project. There's an old school owl patch right there. If you guys give me 250,000 views on every single video I do, I'll remake these owl patches. And I say that because I need those numbers to make it profitable for me, because I'll have to spend like $25,000 just making these, maybe even more. And I don't want to sit on them for like a whole bunch of time like we have in the past. Anyways, guys lament they can't get that patch anymore. We still have merch, by the way, at nutnfancybigcartel.com. Check it out. And we do have shirts there. Yeah, still. Anywho, moving on with the Tokarev USA P12 Bullpup shotgun review. What would you say in the Nut and Fancy project is predictable after all these years? What is predictable in your opinion? I know what you're thinking. I know what you're saying, because you're predictable. You're saying, Nut and Fancy, you're predictable. I kind of already know if you're going to hate or like something because you're consistent in your philosophies. And in fact, when I go to bed at night, I hear your voice rolling around in my head telling me not to purchase something that I'm probably going to buy anyhow. I do hear that. Maybe not about the going to bed part, hearing my voice in their head. That's a little bit weird. But yeah, I hear guys say that all the time. Like, yeah, you have a very consistent philosophy. True. I'll give you that. True it is. I'll give you that. I am predictable in some ways. Again, I like to refer to it as consistency. I got to close this right now so people don't bother me. Yeah, so I am predictable, consistent, but what I'm thinking about is you. You are predictable. You are. And here's my point. Here's my focus in saying that, right? That's the door moving down. I know you're going to hate this color. You are going to absolutely hate this color. And you know what? I don't care. I don't care. And that's one of the beauties of TMP, how I've done it the whole time, is that even though I know what you'll like, dislike, usually, sometimes I'm wrong, but you are pretty predictable, I just plot a true course according to my own sense of integrity, to my own likes, and it just makes the product, the video product, so much better, so much more interesting. Push-pull, you got to be genuine. A lot of content creators chase what their audience wants. They give them exactly what they want. They tell them exactly what they want to hear because they're chasing likes, advertising revenue, view numbers, all the above. Okay, I know you're going to hate this color. You ready? Here it is. You're right, Nut and Fancy. I absolutely hate that color. I cannot believe you chose that for a 12-gauge Bullpup combat shotgun. Why did you do it? Because it's fun. That's why. Does everything have to be black? Does everything have to be olive drab and flat desert earth? I would say no, it does not. It doesn't. I saw this for the first time in the 2024 SHOT booth experience with Tokarev USA, which, by the way, went very well. We had a great host there. Great host. I really enjoyed spending time with their products, talking about them. And I saw this on the wall and I immediately loved it. I said as much. I was like, that is cool. Now, if we're going to jump into philosophy of use, I would say the first thing for this gun, especially since it is so inexpensive, $330 retail? Are you kidding me? Like, you might even find it for $275 street. Go to Gunny's, the Great American Gun Store, and also below, I might put some links. They'll say airsoft replica, taking you to a place you could like order it and send it to your FFL. $275? Let's just call it $300. Even if you pay $330, holy crap. The question is it any good? So usually we judge things according to cost. Usually, right? We go, oh, $300. That's got to be shit. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Back to POU. Fun gun. Something fun to shoot. Something to freak your friends out with. And I'm talking about the coloration, right? And shooting a bullpup shotgun. We'll talk about it in the shooting phase. Remember, I go over philosophy of use, features, and how it shot and would I buy it. It also comes in some other really fun flavors. I love the Woodland Camo M81 variation. This one here is the SB version. SB. So the last two letters will denote coloration. There's a silver gray one, black one, of course, olive drab. There's some other. Oh, yeah, USA. Some really fun dipped colors, and that's all these are. The polymer stock is just dipped. So well done. Well done on this. Yeah, do you love it or hate it? I know you hate it. There might be a couple guys that will say, yeah, it's not bad. I don't mind it. I'm going to take this freaking watch off because people are texting me. That's why I hate giving my number out. People are always texting me. Hate it. I'm always busy. Don't text me ever for any reason. Thank you. Back to the philosophy of use. How about home defense shotgun? Yes. There you go. Jumping ahead. I would say yes. Short overall length of 28 inches. That's very short, maneuverable. Bullpup is, of course, shorter than a standard configuration shotgun. Yes. Home defense gun? Absolutely. Hunting? No. Trap? Skeet? Hell no. Hell no. How about GTW without rule of law? Stay tuned. Stay tuned. The plot will thicken on this beautiful TBBBBBBBP12 combat shotgun. On to features we go. Okay, it does have a steel chassis in there, very well made inside the gun. On the outside, you see a polymer skin. That's what that is. It's polymer. That's good in that it does lighten it up somewhat. It's still portly at 8 pounds, 6 ounces with this beautiful high value gold coloration. I'm talking about the reticle. Holosun. I think this is a gold one. I think so. Yeah, links below for most of the stuff I'm talking about. Please use my links because I like making money for my hard work and buying hamburgers. Yes. And perhaps a rain jacket for what's going on out here. Okay, the polymer exterior is good in that it does lighten it up somewhat. It does take a dip, obviously, very nicely. But another thing is that it is probably not the best, most stable sight platform. Granted, this one is very excellently reinforced. See that? All those ribs underneath there. I have found in the desert, when the temperatures get really hot, and I'm talking like 90 above, I can have some movement of all polymer framed guns. It doesn't matter whether it's an AR-15, a tactical 22, in this case, a polymer framed bullpup shotgun. Just be advised, you're not going to get maximum accuracy. If that's very important to you, don't buy it. Go get something heavier. But I reviewed that G-Force shotgun, and that thing had an aluminum or pot metal or zinc alloy, whatever the hell it was, frame. It weighed like 10.5 pounds. It was insane. Told you it saved some weight. That thing, by the way, jammed a lot. It is a non-recommend. I still don't recommend it, even though people act like it was the best shotgun out there. It was total crap of me. Yeah, so that's my point in saying this. It's no guarantee you're going to have a better product just because you skin it in metal. Okay, features. Full Picatinny rail, I do like that. On the top, on the bottom. So if you wanted to run like an AGM Rattler or something, I would think it through, because now that I think about it, I don't think they're recoil rated for like slugs and full power, high base shot shells. So no. But if you want to do a piggyback optic on your red dot magnifier, you could do it. I don't think anyone's going to do that because a shotgun is a close range weapon. You know this. I did put a VG on that, just one I had sitting around. It's a CAA version, and it worked great. Did not break off, did not snap, no problems. Onto the barrel. I think this gun is made in Turkey. If you hate Turkish-made products, don't buy the gun. Spare me your political rant. I don't care. We'll never read it. Don't give a shit. Turkish shotguns are high quality. I've said this over and over again. I'm not saying all of them. There's some losers in the pack for sure, but when they want to put together a very nice shotgun, they can, and they do it for a lot less than most others do. That's all I'm saying. So I don't think this is cold hammer forged, but this 18.5-inch barrel with screw-in chokes, by the way, is chrome lined. The chamber, chrome lined. The bolt carrier group and the bolt, chrome lined, matte chrome. The Turks have been doing that forever. I have guns shotguns that I've had well before TMP that have these features, and they were inexpensive as well. It's just amazing. Crappy field loads. Phosphate coating on the outside here. Here's your barrel nut. That's how you'll effect takedown. I'll show you that in the manual here in a little bit. You have 3 choke tubes that come with it. They are Benelli variety. Here's some others. And of course, they give you the choke wrench as well. So I think they have the improved cylinder, modified, and then cylinder ones that come with it. I'm showing you the wrong side, sorry. Right there is what I should be showing you. During shooting, this did loosen. That's not unusual. They almost always do. You got to really crank them down, whatever. So just do that. Let's get that super high quality production value in place there. Okay, moving back on this part of the TBP-12. I said it right that time. It's amazing. The pistol grip is good. It's non-removable. It's molded in. I didn't really have a problem with it. I thought it was comfortable. Trigger was not amazing. I think it pulls at around, I want to say like 6 pounds. I don't have my trigger scale here, and I don't think anyone cares. You could smith it if it really bothers you. AR-15 style controls, that's very good. I will tell you, with this Funkadelic, I'm going to call it the Zager exclusive coloration. By the way, if you don't know, that was an Invicta collaboration they did with an artist named Zager. Really fun watches they did. And it looked just like this. I have one of them. They're really fun. I haven't reviewed it yet, but they're really fun. But finding your controls is hard because it's such a acid trip. This whole thing is just an acid trip going on here. So whatever, just have to practice with it. Trigger, all that was fine. I'm saying, it's good enough. Then you have your charging handle, and take this magazine out. And let me say, inserting the magazine, I wouldn't call it easy. I'm just going to be honest. It's not easy. You just have to practice with it. See that? Your angle has to be just right. And it's very, very possible that I just suck. Okay, I'm just being honest. I could just totally suck with it. But it's a little bit sticky because of the polymer frame. And so does this change according to temperature? It shrinks, it expands? Probably. That's another advantage of having a metallic, magazine well, is that's going to be more consistent. There's going to be some polymer rub there. And also this magazine can ride high enough where your bolt release, which is right here, doesn't work. And in the inset video, and I shot this a lot, you'll probably see me struggling with it. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? I'm fiddling with the magazine. And also feeding of, I'm talking full power, 2 3/4 inch. This is a 3-inch Magnum. Slugs, it seemed to not want to chamber those readily. Okay, there's your M1919 magazine. I said M, just 1919 magazine. It comes with 1 5-round. The 10-round is probably what I'd recommend. Guys are getting ridiculous and putting like 20 round sticks on this. It's insane. You can do a drum, but there's going to be some interference with a pistol grip. 10 rounders. I mean, if you're going to have any type of LBE, tactical system, 5s are a lot, 10s are a lot. Anything beyond that, I just think is redonkulous. There's no way. Rotational safety, again, AR-15, just perfect, real snicky perfection on that. And then M-lock slots on the side to interject my polymer rant on that. So if you want maximum consistency, think it through. There's your charging handle. You'll insert that from the package. It was pretty easy to do. And I think that is reversible too, that charging handle. And looking, I'm not going to take it apart because it's quite the chore, but I don't know if I can show you the inside of this. So you can see the chrome lining, and I'm sorry, the bolt is not chrome lined. It's phosphate as well, but see that chrome lining goes into the chamber, the bolt phosphate. The thing that really surprised me, I'm going to jump ahead because this is a gas piston shotgun. The thing that really surprised me is that it cycles low base and high base shells without any changes. Okay, and I'm going to put this in features because it plays. Because with the TBP-12 shotgun, these are some of the things you're going to get. So you're going to get your cheesy plastic BUIS sights, which will get the job done. I shouldn't be too negative about it. One of my lights is out, so I have to use this one. High production quality. Yeah, so I didn't use those. I put the red dot on. You have a sling, that comes with it. You have a spanner wrench for takedown, adjusting things, changing gas pistons, and then you have the gas piston. And what they are saying is that when you run a heavy load, run this piston right here. I did not put this in at all. And like I said, I cycled light and heavy base loads. Here's just some of the heavy base loads shot with this gun right here. Bought by donors to the Nut and Fancy Project. Thank you, donors. You guys are awesome. Well, all TMPers are awesome, but guys who flip me money even more so. Because then I can run the expensive Federal, everything Federal on it. I'm looking for my other light since this one's about to die. High production quality. Can't find it. Thunder, as promised. Going on with features. Very comfortable cheek area right here. We have a solid rubber butt pad. I've taped it in blue to match the Zager acid trip dip pattern on there. The butt pad kind of sucks. There's no ventilation on it. Doesn't really absorb recoil. Deal with it. In shooting it, I didn't really notice that any of these controls, the AR-15 controls, smacked into my fat cheeks. That has happened before. How about the attachment of slings on this? I'm not really seeing anything but this groove right here. So you could do it right here and then maybe going through one of the top slots right here. Submachine gun style, you could do it. Yeah. Balance on this is pretty good. Ouch. I can tell I shot a lot because I was shooting it yesterday and my shoulder is totally black and blue. With that VG on it, I'm going to tell you, perfect. The balance is perfect. Into action, the swing, perfect. You don't have a lot out here, so you can get on target very quickly. Daddy-like. Incidentally, This is my JBL clip speaker, which I rock out with all the time when I'm working out there. I'll put links probably in most videos when I show it. And this is a chest pouch that I was reloading from. A great all-around way to just carry everything. Rounds loading, wallet, iPhone, whatever you want. Anyways, I'm just wearing it because I was wearing it before the review and whatever. I think that's mostly features. I do want to show you this. Changing the piston out and field stripping it tends to be rather complicated, and I think their manual is shitty. And everything I have a line through in their manual is garbage. So it's all safety warnings and stuff that no one cares about. I'm not saying we don't care about safety, but we don't need to be preached to by the manufacturer for 10 pages on making sure we don't blow our lips off. Okay? We get that, dude. Come on. Anyways, taking it down will be as follows. There's a diagram here. There's a little discussion on the piston for heavy loads. Parts thing. I think their manual is really bad. Anyways, just like that, you take everything apart. It's involved. If you want to swap that piston out, it's going to take you a while to do it. Just learning the gun. If you do it over and over again, you're going to get, just like anything, good at it. By the way, it has a lifetime service thing on it. I think that's features. We'll call it good as the rain starts picking up again. How did it shoot? Was it reliable? Does it shoot like a $275 gun? Here's the surprising thing. Answering the question, would I go to war with this gun? The first thing I need to do is stress the importance of being familiar and comfortable with a bullpup. Problematic. Right on cue, told you. You have to be used to it. I told you, dudes. Firing a bullpup is just different. Everything's different. Not the controls, but loading back here is different. I don't think the magazine drops or inserts readily. It's awkward. Bullpups are always awkward with me, so I much prefer a regular shotgun. And I have one here to show you. Where did it go? Oh, right here. So this is a Winchester SXP. Oh my gosh. I hope you guys can hear me. I hope you can hear me. Again, the show's going on. I don't care. Gonna move to Utah, Wyoming? Think it through. Yeah, this to me is more comfortable, although the swing is slower. Obviously very different because I'm loading from the bottom here for the shot shells, but a gun like this has a simplicity. It doesn't take a magazine system. If you keep those shot shells loaded in a magazine, they can collapse and compress and cause reliability problems. I've talked about this.
So you see the last couple
Okay, is it go to war capable? If you're good with the bullpup dynamics, I would say my answer is a solid maybe. It's solid maybe. Why are you saying it that way, nutnfancy? Well, first, shooting the gun was really fun. I really enjoyed shooting the TBP-12. Really fun. I thought it recoiled very smoothly for the loads I was shooting. I was shooting full power buckshot, full power slugs, some low recoil buckshot, everything. And I was just amazed at how, I say soft, I mean, my shoulder's sore, but I shot a lot. I mean, I did probably 300 rounds yesterday, and that's a lot. It wasn't all full power. I did some low base too, but really smooth to shoot. But I did have a couple weird things happen. Like the round wouldn't strip off the top of the magazine. I talked about that. I'm fooling around, turn the gun upside down, and then usually using the charging handle was the most reliable way to get that to go into chamber. And then, see, it stopped. And then I had 2 shells fail to extract, and I had to tap them out of the chamber with a cleaning rod. Now that is pretty bad, but you might say I'm still in break-in phase with this. And that happened early in the testing phase, not later. Once I got, I think, past around the 200 round mark, it was like 100% with everything. And by the way, when I say it was mostly reliable, I'm talking like it shucked everything very, very well. I'm just basically telling you the things that gave me pause. So is it a go-to war shotgun for me? I would say maybe. I would really have to test it with a load that I'm going to fight with, and I would probably do at least 40 rounds with no hiccups whatsoever. I did not lubricate this. I did not take it out or take it apart and lubricate it. I probably should have, but time is of the essence in the project. If I had done that, maybe I wouldn't have any of those problems. I don't know. But Tokarev USA will say, hey, by the way, this does have a break-in period. Run full power shells in the break-in phase if you can, and it'll just get more reliable. You'll see across the internet, I went to Palmetto State Armory. The reviews there are fantastic on this gun. They're at least 4-star, many 5-star reviews. Across the interweb as a whole, the TBP-12 is highly thought of, and it's astonishing to people that it is so reliable. I talked about its materials. I think the steel they use too is super high quality. I don't think it's ISO rated or anything like that. It might be, but they're not marking it on the gun. And truthfully, even if they did, I couldn't see it with the acid trip that's going on here. Yeah, so maybe if I ran like 40 rounds of full power buckshot through it with no problems at all, I'm comfortable with the Bullpup ergonomics, I would say yes. Go to war ready, which is amazing for a $300 shotgun. It's amazing. But again, I don't think it's quick to reload. Another point that I want to make is that this thing throws some particulates out, especially with high base loads that I showed you. I mean, you need to wear safety glasses. If you don't, you're going to get blasted in the eyeballs. So wear safety glasses. You should most times when you're shooting, especially against steel. I get that. But dude, it was a thing. Slug accuracy, I'll show you the video what happened. I really didn't get a good group. It's an okay group, but I did not Loctite my Holosun. And of course, with all that buckshot and slug action, this came loose. My fault. It's Loctited on. That SOB is not coming off now. But I was like, I was getting a wider dispersion. Like, what the heck's going on? I should be shooting better than this. And then sure enough, my sight was loose. I'm not going to delay the review though for that. And if this gets a lot of excitement, I'll take it back in field and we'll just do a slug day, buckshot, infield shooting with the psychedelic trip TBB-12. And we'll see. Would I buy one? The answer is undoubtedly yes. Not just for review, but this is highly recommended. You should add one to your arsenal if you're in a state where it's legal to do so. Now, we are in clown world. Who knows what the future holds? It's going to be bad for guns like this, especially once it can take and accept a drum magazine, a 20-round, 12-gauge drum magazine, which, by the way, are available at Palmetto State Armory as well. They're called airsoft magazines, if you're wondering, in the links below. Yeah, empty pistol grip there, so I probably ought to put some foam in there and put an extra battery for the Holosun, since this is not a solar-powered Holosun there. Yeah, it's highly recommended. I actually love this gun. Yeah, it's got a couple quirks, but damn, for $300, chrome lined bore, chrome lined barrel, reliable. I don't have to swap pistons out. It just chunks it away. Will it last 5,000 rounds? I don't know. I'll never get to that round count. Even if I wasn't a reviewer, I wouldn't. I don't think most people ever get to 500 with this gun. And for that, I would say up to 1,000, no problem. That's my prediction, up to 1,000. And you'll see commenters below. They're like, yeah, I've got that shotgun and it's fantastic. Look below. Look below at guys that have it and they haven't waited for this review, nor should they have. This is just so cheap. Take a risk. And there's another one that they have too, the Talar 12, whatever, the rifle format. I'm gonna review that one too. I'm gonna buy and review that one. Yeah, well done, Tokarev USA. The TBP-12, fantastic. The colorations are fantastic. The reliability was fantastic. It's all good, dude. Anything I left out? I don't think so. I think most of it I covered. Would I prefer, let me answer this. Would I prefer this in a go-to-war situation, serious without rule of law situation against, I don't know, Stoeger 3000, a Benelli, the FN SLP? The answer is I would take those other guns. I trust those more, including the Mossbergs, like the 930, Jerry Mikulik ones. And the 950, whatever it is. I trust those more. They're easier for me to load. I know they don't have a magazine, but again, simplicity. Those are still my go-to-war choices. I've had discussions versus pump, auto. Each one has its advantages and disadvantages. All I'm saying in this is that for the low price paid, the short overall length, the high initial firepower, and that's not even counting the reload, it's reliable, it's recommended. There you go. Thanks to the donors, thanks to all TMPers. Come see us again real soon. I can't believe we made it through the storm together. I'm sure it's coming back. I got more gun reviews to do. This was an SRV shotgun review video. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time. And by the way, you're predictable.